Get down. Coming to the beat.
Please welcome the co-chairs of the Arc Minnesota Board of Directors, Nate Scott and Stan Allen.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 Arc Gala. It is my pleasure as a co-chair of the Arc of Minnesota Board of Directors to welcome you to this important event. I am so happy we have the opportunity to come together in so many ways in support of the Arc of Minnesota's mission. Your participation, your support have already had a positive impact for people across the state for 75 years. I am honored to get things started here tonight with my newly elected co-chair, Stan.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you for, we're going to get this evening started on the right note. I'm thrilled to serve with you as co-chair of the Arc Minnesota Board of Directors. And thanks to everyone tonight for joining us, both here at the depot and those of you at home watching it virtually and across the state and the world. To these evening sponsors, thank you for supporting the wonderful work that the Arc Minnesota is doing. This is a transformative time for both the Arc and the world, and your continued generosity and investment in this event is greatly appreciated. I would like to take a moment to recognize another very important group, the Arc Minnesota Board of Directors. If you're on the Arc Minnesota Board of Directors, can you please raise your hand and be recognized? Your leadership ensures that the Arc Minnesota continues to promote and protect the human rights of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The work we're doing right now to build an Arc for all through justice and equity is more important than ever. Thank you for your work and your insight that help further and support our mission. I also want to take a moment to recognize the Arc Minnesota's CEO, Andrea Zuber, and the staff of the Arc Minnesota. Please raise your hand and be recognized. Andrea leads this with vision and passion, believing that people who have disabilities need to be in positions of leadership to create change at a structural level, central to the reason we're here tonight. And of course, the Arc Minnesota staff, you guys are great. They live out our mission and values every day in our work. They support our communities and the organization supporting our mission statewide. I could not be more proud to share the role of board chair with my friend Nate. His passion for disability justice, his thoughtfulness, and his kindness have made for an easy transition into this leadership role. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Stan, and thanks again to everyone at home. We have a great show for you tonight, including some amazing stories and videos, fantastic auction packages to bid on, and entertainment. We especially want to acknowledge the people joining us virtually. We're so happy you're here. Now I'm excited to turn it over to our friend and Emcee for the evening, Maggie Erickson Kilgannon.
Hi. Thank you, Nate and Stan. This is the 15th annual Arc Gala, and my first year as MC for this event. I am thrilled to be here with friends of the Arc, Minnesota, and look forward to a great night. Are you? I have been involved with the Arc, Minnesota for a long time, including modeling for Arc's Value Village thrift stores. And serving on the Self-Advocacy Advisory Committee. I got started with the Arc and the community because of my mom. She was such a strong and loving mother. Whew, I'm getting teary-eyed already. Breathe. And even though she is gone, I know she is proud of me and who I am. I wanted to MC this event to show that nothing can limit me and what I can do or achieve. In fact, I just got a new job this week at Affinity Plus Credit Union in West St. Paul. To me, having Down syndrome is who I am, but it has never stopped me from achieving my own hopes, dreams, and passions. What I want for my life and all individuals with disabilities is for us to all be one, to be treated just like everyone else. I want to live the American dream. We want to end laws and rules that limit us. We are more alike than different. We are one big community. We are together in our work on human rights. The mission of the Arc, Minnesota is to promote and protect the human rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, actively supporting them and their families in a lifetime of full inclusion and participation in their communities. The Arc, Minnesota exists to support people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, in leading this change in both their own lives and for the community as a whole, always moving us towards a future of true belonging. 75 years ago, the first group of parents came together in Minnesota to talk about a better future for their children with intellectual and developmental disabilities. That group of parents would create what we become the first Arc in the country and build the foundation for what is the Arc, Minnesota today. I am pleased to share with you a video now featuring two children of those early pioneer parents, Bob Klass and Jody Seltzer.
I have two siblings, my oldest sister and my youngest sister, developmentally disabled. And the way my mother tells the story, because I was very, very young at the time, there were essentially no programs and services, there were no advocates. So my sister's first formal education was a school called Crowley on the west side of St. Paul. It was a dilapidated building, kind of on a busy street, and many of the students who were both developmentally disabled and physically had to go up to the 3rd floor for school. My mother was just horrified by that. And she made a promise to herself and to anyone who would listen that no other parent's child would ever have to have that kind of experience.
Robbie has just always been a part of my life. And people would ask me when I was growing up, well, what's it like having a developmentally delayed brother? And I'm like, well, what's it like not having a developmentally delayed brother? I mean, I don't know any other reality. He's older than me. So for me, having this person in the family who, just couldn't express his own needs, but, was such a loving and giving person was a life lesson. There was a huge stigma in talking about having a developmentally delayed child. And so my mother didn't talk about it that much.
So my mother came from a world where not only were there not programs and services, nobody wanted to admit publicly that they had a family member who was developmentally disabled. So it was a different world. It was a completely different world. And kind of looking back at it now, it's hard. It's amazing to see how far we've all come, but it's still a long journey.
I think that it really helped my family to have a place to talk about our situation and to get advice. The ARC sort of normalized things like, oh, there's this whole community of people and we're all dealing with the same thing and just in coalition with each other. And I think that the ARC is a really powerful organization. I don't know where we'd be without it since, my dad spent a lot of time involved with the people he met there. And he was able to get a lot done because he worked together with others. I turned to the ARC after my parents were gone to get inspiration. We all do better when we work together and we collect our experiences and we support each other. Going through similar experiences with people is kind of how you survive.
Personally, my start with ARC began in 1972, which was when we had the first Tate Mark Charity Pro-Am golf tournament. And the experience of our family was that my parents spent a lot of time trying to both advocate and also to raise money. There was an opportunity in '72 to create a Pro-Am golf tournament, which for the most part was unprecedented. And I think both she and my dad would be really impressed, very pleased with the progress that's been made. I don't think my parents believe in any way that it's because of them. I think they understand that none of this would have happened if they'd been acting alone.
I cannot believe how many things the ARC is doing. I mean, Andrea has outlined it and my head just swims listening to her tell me everything that's going on. It's just a miracle. And I am so excited about the possibilities that lie in the future as we spread the word about this organization.
It's both about where we would be today, but for ARC, but it's also about where ARC can take us. The one thing I think we do know is that it won't happen by accident. Good things almost always happen because people want to make a positive difference. It's a hard road to go alone, but there are lots of other people who are willing to travel with you.
Can we give a round of applause to all of those early parents and siblings who fought so hard for the rights of people who have disabilities? Thank you again for shaping the ARC Minnesota to what it is today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing evening ahead. The amazing Glenn Flattable is here. We'll hear from our incredible gala chairs and their family, as well as the ARC Minnesota CEO, Andrea Zuber. And we want you to get involved at home. Don't forget to share photos throughout the evening on your social media with the hashtag 2022 Arc Gala. Now it's my honor to introduce the co-chairs of the 2022 Arc Gala, Amy Hewitt and Brad Perry, and their family.
You hungry? Yep, there you are. You been good? You been good boy?
Well, it hasn't always been easy, but there have been rewards. With Nathan, it's interesting because I'm a staff person and I'm also his brother. He's been in my household for longer than he lived with his parents. So it's an interesting role, many hats that I wear, and it can be sort of a roller coaster. But yeah, Nathan's supports have been invaluable to him and to us.
I've known about the ARC for 40 years. When I graduated from high school and went away to college, I started working at a local sheltered workshop for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities called Stone Belt Center, and that's an ARC chapter in the state of Indiana, and then found myself as a family member needing to use the services of the ARC.
Hi, Chet. All right, kind of cold, huh?
And so they've helped Nathan and our family in so many ways over the 24 years that he's lived with us, and even before that, because they were helpful to us in figuring out how to transition him from the state of Indiana to the state of Minnesota.
He came to live with us here. We bought this house specifically. We thought if we had some place where we could be very close to assist him, but he had his own separate place, and we had our own separate place. So we found this house with a mother-in-law apartment off the back, which has been a pretty good setup.
The ARC has also helped us in employment. They got him connected to one of our Eastside Neighborhood Services, which has an employment program, and that helped him to get a job at Home Depot recently. Even though I know a lot about services and supports, I still have to fight back on the system sometimes, and Nathan needs help sometimes from somebody who's not family, and the ARC has always been there for us.
Hi, everybody. It's cold outside.
I think being an uncle is one of the big motivators for him. In some ways, the boys have really benefited. They've seen this uncle with a disability, and it's really opened their eyes and enlightened them that way.
Both of our sons, really, social justice is critical to them, and my kids are right there to talk about ableism and how hard it is for people with disabilities because they're so discriminated against and they're not included in our communities. So he's helped them to realize how important it is to include everyone.
Hey, Amos.
I really think the future of the ARC is right where they're headed, where people with intellectual disabilities are driving, and they're there to support. The ARC's roots and its history are just fundamentally with families and strong parents who advocated to get us to where we are today, but I think it's time to move that leadership from parents and families and have people who have the lived experience, the people who are excluded, the people who aren't always treated with kindness and respect, be the ones driving the advocacy and pushing for the changes that are needed.
I hope that Nathan just continues to progress and evolve as a human being, and I hope he just ends up being happy.
Please welcome Amy, Brad, Nathan, and Jack.
That's the first time everybody but me saw that video. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amy Hewitt, and together with my husband, Brad, and my brother-in-law, Nathan, and my son, Jack, and his girlfriend, Amaris, we're delighted to welcome you to the 2022 Arc Gala. Our son Amos couldn't be here with us because he started a new job in Cortez, Colorado this week. When Andrea asked me if I'd serve in this role, because it was Andrea, of course, I said yes. And then I realized, she kind of asked Brad and I to be in this role. And I said yes before I asked Brad.
I was more than happy. To do it.
And I said to Andrea, I'm sure Brad would go along with it, but he doesn't really wear suits or ties. And he's most comfortable in the woods on his bike than on a stage talking in front of an audience of hundreds of people. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. It's great to be here in person. I know I've talked to many of you. It's like the first time we've been out in 2 years dressed up and having fun. We're really thrilled and honored to be here and to be the first to do so in a hybrid format. Yes, hybrid is here to stay, I'm afraid. While we're excited that so many of you could come together today in person here at the depot, we're grateful that so many of you are joining us from home, tuning in on your computers and making this event a part of your weekend. A great thing about hybrid is that we get to share the message not only across Minnesota, but also across the United States. This organization has certainly played a critical role in advancing the rights of persons with disabilities in Minnesota, but also nationally over the past 75 years, and will continue to do so by listening to people with disabilities and following their direction. Nathan, my brother-in-law, has lived with Brad and I for over 25 years, and our sons really don't know life without their Uncle Nathan in it daily. And I know for sure that growing up with their Uncle Nathan has definitely made them better human beings. As a family, we've been involved with the ARC for many decades, actually, in a lot of ways. We're long-term financial donors. I've served on the board for many, many years. We shop and donate items to ARC Value Village, and the ARC has definitely helped us in many ways and many times over the past years. Nathan would like to share with you a little bit about the ways in which the ARC has helped him over the past many years.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Nathan, and thank you for being here. It's been great seeing familiar faces, and even seeing some of the pictures takes me back. Thank you for supporting the ARC. They have helped me a lot. They have helped me with getting services in the state of Minnesota. And I get and direct my own services because of ARC. It has pushed the state to allow people with me to have a say and a direct support of our own lives. I have been sober for 5 years thanks to ARC connection. With Vinland. And I just want to say one thing about that. It has been a difficult journey, with the sobriety and stuff, but everybody stayed in there. ARC, Brad, Amy, Jack, Amos, and so I'm pleased that this is the 5th year of my sobriety. So thank you. They have also helped me get a job. They have helped me with getting work at Home Depot and strategizing on how to find a job that would help allow somebody to be integrated into the community on their in their employment, And they have even helped convince McDonald's that I had a right to go there and that they could not kick me out just because I brought my lizard there one day. That was a long time ago, and I don't remember it, but thank you, ARC.
I remember
it. Yeah, my brother remembers it. Yeah. Because I really need my diet soda in the morning. I always have to have my diet soda. Isn't that right?
Yeah. It is right.
I have a lot of labels, but I have learned that they do not define me. I'm my own human being, and I have proven time and time again that I can accomplish stuff when people said no. What the ARC understands is that I'm a human being and being treated with dignity and respect, included everywhere in my community. I am learning to play the guitar. I am attempting to breed fish. First batch, we'll let you know how it goes. I love playing with the family's dogs, Ruthie and Louie, which we had pictures of them up here. They're great. They have helped me when I get nervous and everything, to have the dogs brought upstairs to snuggle with and everything. And it's one of the best therapies you can have, is to have a four-legged friend right next to you while you're watching TV. And I am a great neighbor. I interact with the neighbors on a regular basis. Friends with pretty much everybody in the neighborhood on our street. And they have accepted me for who I am and see me as a person with potential. I pay taxes and I vote. Thanks again for being here, and have fun tonight. I know I'm going to.
Good job.
Thank you, Nathan, for sharing your story. You know, the ARC has really helped Nathan, but they've also been there for us as a family, too. When we have trouble navigating the system's barriers, or for some reason Nathan's Medicaid gets turned off again, I know the ARC is a phone call or just an email away. Like so many parents and siblings, we worry about Nathan, and we worry about his future. ARC walked us through a planning for his future, and we're forever grateful that we have a roadmap for Amos and Jack in the event that we are no longer here to support Nathan. Sometimes as a family, we're in crisis, and the ARC is there for us. Sometimes we have simple questions, and the ARC is there for us. You know, more than anything, the ARC has helped to ensure that Nathan has a good life. Some days are hard for him, and some days are really hard for us. But we all agree there's nothing more we want for Nathan than for him to be happy.
Guess I'm up. Of course, there are also those times, and he makes us laugh because of the situation he finds himself in. And those that we get drawn into, you know, like looking out the kitchen window and seeing the snow thrower almost on top of the garage because he somehow got it caught in the clothesline. Well, I have to elaborate a little bit on that. This is off script, but imagine you're having your morning coffee and you glance out the window and you see the snow thrower. You saw our garage. It's at the top, and Nathan's got a hold, and I'm saying,
And it's leaking fuel all over the place.
all over the place. So I open the door and I shout out, "Nathan, let off the throttle." Well, he's got headphones on his, so he's kind of transfixed. So I'm looking for my boots and go outside and get Nathan to let go to the throttle, and we do a little de-escalating. And humor is a great tool humor, it's probably my primary tool. Yep. But every once in a while, you actually need a real multi-tool. So we were able to cut the line with this tool, get it down, and then we pulled out the clothesline out of the snow thrower with the tool, and we went on with our day. It was a funny story.
Has a nice dent on the snow thrower for when it crashed down.
Well,
onto
that's
the
true.
sidewalk.
That's true. So, but it's good to have a multi-tool. And another time we were on a fishing trip, and Nathan, in his haste to get his hook in the water first, somehow, I don't know, I turned my back for a minute, but then you were...
We were in a canoe.
No, that's later on.
Oh.
But this is, somehow you were hooked to the fence.
Oh, yes.
With your fishing pole. It had gone through the fence and finished up with hooking the hook in your finger and...
Right underneath the fingernail.
Yeah. Again. The multi-tool. So you brought up about the canoe. Well, let's talk about the canoe.
The canoe, we were...
Well, I'll talk about canoe.
Okay, go on.
But so pristine day, glassy, calm lake. We thought it'd be a great day to take Nathan out fishing in the canoe for the first time. Weekday, northern Wisconsin, no one's on. We've got it loaded up. We get out into the middle of the lake, and way off in the distance, you just hear like another boat go by, just kind of like a hum. Next thing I know, we are upside down in the water, and everything was everywhere. And so what does that have to do with this multi-tool? I had it in zipper pocket. So I didn't lose it. That's the only thing about it. But what I'd kind of like to say is I think of the Arc. I mean, what a wonderful multi-tool they've been for our family. They're like the multi-tool of all multi-tools. It's got all the functions. It's made out of titanium. And they've got the staff. They've got the staff to know how to use all those functions, because if it gets beyond the pliers and the knife, I don't have the knowledge or the fine motor skills to use those things. So to me, the Arc has been like this wonderful multi-tool resource, and I just want to say thank you.
You know, we're really lucky to be able to laugh at the ups and downs because of organizations like the Arc, who have worked so hard to protect Nathan's rights and to expand opportunities for him and so many thousands of people with disabilities in Minnesota. Through its policy advocacy, the Arc has certainly ensured that Nathan's gotten the support he needs to have a good life, and for that, we are eternally thankful. We are one family out of thousands and thousands and thousands that the Arc has helped. And I have to tell you, I'm so excited about the future of this organization. Chairing this event has been an incredibly rewarding experience for Brad and I. We're honored and we're humbled that they asked us to be part of it. Andrea, Nick, the entire leadership team at the Arc, they're the ones who do all the work. Our job is really simple. We just have to show up at some meetings, add some ideas, and come to this event and talk on this stage. They're the ones who work tirelessly to pull off this event, and they've been so gracious, and they are tirelessly passionate about the mission of this organization, the Arc of Minnesota. Later on, you're going to have the opportunity to contribute to a transformative fund need that will support the Arc of Minnesota moving closer to its vision by putting people who have lived experience, people with disabilities, at the center and forefront of everything the Arc does. The Arc Minnesota strives to be an organization led by people who have disabilities. And as a part of the Fund a Need, we will rebuild regional grassroots and support networks that reflect our state's unique and diverse communities. We strive to support training and staff development that build on the principles of grassroots organization and mobilization, and build power at the community level. These efforts really harken back to the early days of the Arc, like you saw in the video. But the ARC will be new again because of the leadership provided by people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Your commitment to this transition across all of the ARC's programs and services is going to have a lifelong impact, and we thank you in advance for your generous support. We definitely have an incredible evening ahead of us. There are some one-of-a-kind auction items. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about the treehouse, so make sure you bid on that. And we'll hear much more about all of the auction items from Glenn Flattabo, our auctioneer. We also have some wonderful music coming a little later from the Blue Water Kings Band, which you are sure to enjoy. Now, I am so excited to introduce the CEO of the ARC Minnesota and my cherished colleague, Andrea Zuber.
Thank you, Amy and Brad and Nathan and the whole family. We're so fortunate to have your support and leadership at the 2022 Arc Gala as co-chairs. In a year where we can truly reflect on our legacy and our future, your passion for the mission lights the way for our transformation to belonging and justice, while highlighting the strength and care that we've possessed since our inception. I also want to take a moment to thank and recognize an important couple who, knowing they might not have the opportunity to stand on this stage in front of all of you, agreed to chair our gala in 2021. They rolled with everything that came their way at the peak of the pandemic. John and Julie Pearson, can you please stand so we can all give you the round of applause that you deserve? Thank you again to Brad and Amy and John and Julie. Hello everyone, I'm Andrea Zuber and I'm the CEO for the ARC Minnesota, and we're back. I'd like to start by thanking all of you for joining us tonight. To those of you at home tonight and those of you here, your participation means so much to me and to our entire organization. I also want to take a moment and honor the people without whom we would not be here tonight, the ARC Minnesota staff. I think there's a lot of them standing against the back wall. Any staff in the room can give a wave. You know, the work that you do is at the core of achieving the ARC Minnesota's mission, and you are passionate and you're committed to service and to our vision and to our mission. Our values, human and civil rights, self-advocacy and self-direction, equity, belonging, and disability and racial justice, guide our shared work to change systems and build an inclusive society. You believe in people, you believe in transformation, and you believe in what is possible. And you've continued to show resilience and dedication to this work, and I am so proud of the incredible work you do every single day. Thank you so much for all that you do. So 2 years ago, remember when we were all here together, you all supported us to launch a movement that will end ableism through a new public narrative that celebrates the strength and wisdom and capacity of people with disabilities so they are respected and embraced in community by Minnesotans and beyond. This movement is called Brilliant Truths, Claiming Our Story, and we are so excited to share it with you as the website and media campaign take off. And last year, you helped us connect with partners and leaders to honor the rich, lived, diverse experience and to begin to close gaps in our programming that for people that we have historically left out. Slowly but surely, with the help of our communities and partners, we are now changing what advocacy looks like today. We have come so far, as you heard told so eloquently in the video by Bob and Jody. Today looks much different than it used to, but gaps still exist and families' needs and wants are changing. So let's hear a little bit more about that in our next video.
I have a really good photo. It's my favorite. I was holding my Cabbage Patch Kids, and I was in the fire hall, like, because the sensory experience was just overwhelming. And I look at that picture, and I'm like, wow, nobody knew.
That explains so much.
Yeah. As a little girl, I was a nudist, an eloper, and a sensory seeker. And I had no diagnosis. My mom had no idea that I even needed to be evaluated for a disability because, you know, back in the 80s, girls were not diagnosed with anything like that.
In the past, we really just focused on the fact that people that were coming to us for services and supports had a developmental or an intellectual disability. We only focused on the disability, and we didn't necessarily focus on them as a whole person.
It's been really eye-opening to get a diagnosis as an adult. I was in my 30s before I figured it out and went in for an evaluation, and lo and behold, my children came across disability naturally. It's been really nice to be able to look at my life through this different lens and understand myself and understand the world a little bit better. And now I have a way to ask for the supports that I need in order to be successful and to be a good mom.
So we just didn't understand the capacity, the strength, the wisdom, the resiliency that people with disabilities have. And so now what we have is an antiquated system that really wasn't built for A, people who are from different cultural backgrounds in our state, and B, people who are of these younger generations that really have a different outlook of where they want to go for their future.
As a Native woman, I was raised with a relational worldview. We know that people are whole. We know that people are connected to one another even when it doesn't feel like we're connected. And it is kind of antithetical to the disability services system, where you have to chop somebody up into what are their strengths, what are their support needs, where are they struggling, what are their goals. And sometimes a person's only goal is to have a good day with all of the support that they need, and they don't have to worry about improving themselves at every moment of every day because they are okay.
We have to engage a broad, diverse group of people that want that bright, beautiful future for their children. This year's Fund a Need is so important because we are at a very pivotal time in the history of disability services. The Arc Minnesota was founded 70 years ago by families that had no idea how far we would have been where we are today. And I think that the families now see a bright future for their children, and the ARC is going to be a big part of having to build the bridge.
My goal for my children has always been to be happy, healthy, and safe, and being able to live full lives in alignment with our cultural views. And I want them to get to choose how they want to live their lives, and I don't want to inflict what I want for them onto them. I want them to be able to live the lives that they choose for themselves with all of the support, with all of the encouragement that there is.
Well, thank you so much to Jules, who is one of our board directors, for joining me in that video. Her passionate leadership has been invaluable as we plan for a future state of the Arc Minnesota that is truly representative of the communities that we support and centers their voice in everything that we do. The landscape today is bright, beautiful, challenging, and so full of opportunity. With that in mind, and with our work to ensure that we are serving all communities justly, we are building an Arc for all. so that people who have intellectual and developmental disabilities are not only named in our mission, but are informing and leading everything we do. I think so often about the families who started this organization 75 years ago, some of whom I had the privilege and honor to be able to work with during my career. When all roads for their children and loved ones with IDD led to institutionalization and a lifetime of segregation. They planned in church basements, they planned at kitchen tables, and they envisioned a better future for their children. Those families were dreamers, and they believed in the art of the possible. And I wonder if they ever dreamed that because of the legacy they built and the blood and sweat and tears that they put into paving the road towards inclusion, that we would be here today, and it would actually be people with disabilities who are now co-creating and rebuilding this organization as well as their own future. We are now building on 75 years of grassroots advocacy across the state to work alongside people with disabilities and co-create communities that embrace all people. We're building on our movement and we're building on our connections because we understand it is more important than ever for us to be allies in the disability and racial justice movements. We will connect with disability activists, with young people and their families, so that everyone can envision a bright and full future for themselves and their loved ones. A future that is led by people with disabilities, led by people who are Black and brown and indigenous and have intersecting identities, led by communities who should have always been leading and who are most impacted by ableism that's embedded in our society the way that it currently exists. And as the CEO of this organization, I have seen this change in leadership beginning to take hold, and every day I am in awe of the people doing this work. We have an incredible group of staff and self-advocates and volunteers and others like you all here tonight who have risen up to support this incredible movement and work. Tonight is about strengthening this effort, following the lead of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including those with intersecting identities, and putting their wisdom and experience in front and center of everything that we do, and co-creating alongside people with disabilities communities that are centered in justice, so that all people are prosperous and respected and free. So, join me tonight as we reflect on our history and the deep roots that created our foundation as an organization, and as we honor 75 years of change that prepared us for this new chapter in the fight for disability justice. At the Arc, Minnesota, we believe that you belong in a world that welcomes you, where all people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are valued and respected, where all people will have belonging and freedom. Thank you so much for your participation and your generosity. And now I'd like to turn it back over to our incredible MC, Maggie Erickson Kilgannon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Andrea. The generosity of this community is simply spectacular. Thank you to every company, organization, and family that has already made a significant impact as sponsors and supporters. You'll find all of tonight's sponsors in your program booklet or listed below your video screen. Folks, we have another generous friend with us here tonight. If you attended the Arc Gala before, you know who I'm talking about. Let's invite our auctioneer for the evening, Glenn Flatterbow of Flatterbow Advancement, up to the podium.
Number one, I want to say this sincerely. I have never been so excited to see all of you. Number two, I have never been so excited, I think, in my career to work with an MC that we have tonight. Can we give a round of applause to Maggie for her leadership and all that she is showing? Maggie, we are going to have a great night tonight. Thank you for all you're doing. One other quick note, can we give a round of applause to all of the families that are gathering at home tonight, helping us at home? Let's give all of our families at home that are joining us a round of applause. Thank you to those families as well. So if everyone can grab your bidding numbers, at your table are bidding numbers. It matches the number on your lapel. Maura, come on up. I'm going to have Maura, she's going to work on this side of the room. Everyone can grab your bidding numbers. Just all you need to do is hold up your bidding number. Don't worry about the price. Don't worry about anything. I will stop you if you bid too much. We are going to have a blast with the live auction tonight. We have 6 amazing items. Are you ready for this? I think we're ready.
I am so ready for this, Glenn.
Maggie, tell us about item number 1 in our live auction.
All right, let's start things off with a very special package from Recolor Vineyards. We have a short video introducing you to this wonderful winery from Recolor's founder and ARC supporter, Mark Hansen.
Hello, I'm Mark Hansen, one of the founders of Recolor Vineyards, and I hope everyone's having an amazing time at this Arc Minnesota event. My wife's cousin, Michael Wall, introduced us to this fabulous charity about 3 years ago, and we've really enjoyed supporting the organization, helping raise money over the last couple of years. Andrea and the whole management team has been doing such a wonderful job, and this year, I know you've all been enjoying our North Coast Flying by the Seat of Our Pants Brute as part of your reception, and I'm here to talk about our auction item tonight. Tonight, as part of your live auction, we're auctioning off our 3 days, 2 nights in our milk barn at Recolor Vineyards, which is in the Russian River Valley, just north of San Francisco. And as part of 2 couples getting to stay here, enjoy the natural beauty of the Russian River Valley, you get to enjoy our rooted tasting, which is 6 wines with 6 bites with our executive chef, sitting by our pond, watching the ducks, watching the swan, enjoying the koi fish, wandering around our rose garden. And we hope you bid high, help raise a lot of money, and we look forward to seeing some of you out in the Russian River Valley at Recolor Vineyards soon in the future. Cheers!
Thank you, Mark. You'll also receive 150,000 points from U.S. Bank Altitude Rewards to support up to 4 airline tickets. The winning bidder will also take home 6 bottles of Recolor wine tonight.
It is item number 1 in the live auction. This is an amazing opportunity. You're going to Sonoma. Can we give the donors a round of applause who gave us this trip to Sonoma? Valita, I want you to come over here. Valita, come over here. So I have 2 of my professional spotters with me tonight. I have Valita Moore on this side. Valita is going to try to raise more money on this side of the room than Maura Lynch. Maura, can you raise your hands over there? So we're going to have a little competition as we do this. It is item number 1, the Sonoma getaway. Everyone has to bid on this. It's going to be snowing here in Minnesota till July. You have to bid on this. It's a $9,000 opportunity. Here we go. Somebody give me $2,000 to start. You're going to Sonoma. Here we go. Thank you. I have $2,000. The bid is right here. I bid $2,000 right here. Somebody give me $3,000 out. Now 3, and now $3,000. They did. Thank you. $3,000. Now $4,000 out. Now $4,000. Now $4,000. You need to buy yourself a gift for co-chairing the event. Give me $4,000. Thank you. I have 4 back here. Somebody give me $5,000 out. The bid is back here. The bid is $4,000. 5. Thank you. She's at $5,000. I have $5,000 right here. Is that right, ma'am? $5,000. I have 4 right here. Now $5,000 out. $5,000. One more time. $5,000. Ma'am, she's good. $5,000, thank you. Now $5,500. Maura, ask him for $5,500. I have $5,000. Now $5,500 out. $5,500. Keep drinking the wine. Is that a bid? $55,000. Thank you. $5,500. Ma'am, give me $6,000. One more shot. $6,000. I have $55,000 right here, and now $6,000 out. Now $6,000. Thank you. The bid is right here. $6,000's bid. I have $6,000. Now $7,000 out. Now $7,000. Maura, ask him for $7,000. The bid is right here at $6,000. We have $6,000 right here. The bid is there. $6,000. And now $7,000 out. Now $7,000. Now $7,000 out. Now $7,000. Ma'am, If you give me 7,000, I think she'll go to 8. Give me 7,000. I have 6 right here. Now $7,000 down. Now 7 grand. Now 7,000. One more time. We have marriage counseling after the auction. Give me 7,000. The bid is right here at 6,000. Now $7,000 down. Now 7 grand. It is last call. Down it goes. $7,000 down. And now 7,000. She did. Thank you. I have 7,000. Ma'am, we are this close. Give me $8,000 even. One more shot. 8,000. Thank you. I have 8,000. Ma'am, give me $9,000 down. 9,000. It hasn't cost you any money yet. Give me 9,000. I have 8 right here. No, $9,000 down. 9 grand. 9,000. Thank you. 9,000's there. 9 grand. Ma'am, give me 10,000. Ma'am, if you bid 10,000 on this, you'll never forget tonight. Give me $10,000 even. I have 9 grand. I have 9,000 right here. Now $10,000 down. Now 10 grand. Anyone else at 10,000? It is last call. Down it goes. 9 grand. And now 10,000. 10. Thank you. 10,000. And now 11,000. Ma'am, give me 11,000. Now 11,000. It's only $3,500 a night. Give me 11,000. I have 10 right here. Now $11,000 down. Now 11 grand. Now $11,000 down. Now 11,000. Now 11,000. Ma'am, I sold it to you for $10,000. Let's give her a round of applause. She bought it for 10 grand. And your number is 539. She bought it for 10,000. The next item, Maggie, is truly, truly one of the most amazing dinners that I will sell in the state of Minnesota this year. Maggie, tell us about item number 2.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this next package is truly one of a kind and something you won't see at any other gala. Treat your friends to a private dinner on Lake Minnetonka with courses prepared by the Twin Cities' most exciting culinary experts, 6 of which have a James Beard Award or nominations: Alex Roberts, Ann Kim, Thomas Bomer, Stephen Brown, Zoe Francois, and Christina Nguyen, and drinks from Heather Manley of Crooked Waters. All of this will take place on the shores of Lake Minnetonka at the beautiful home of Jeff and Karen Parkhill. Glenn, let's auction this package off.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are with us tonight. Karen, I want you to come join me if you wouldn't mind. 2 of the chefs are with us tonight, Alex Roberts as well as John Whipley. They are here tonight. I shared this with Karen before the program started. Karen and her husband hosted dinner at their home. Karen serves as the Chief Financial Officer of Medtronic. Medtronic is not only a great company, but they've supported us here. Karen and Jeff have hosted this dinner. Karen, I'd like you to share a little bit more about this experience.
Thank you. This is a truly magical evening. Honestly, to have award-winning chefs, James Beard award-winning chefs, in one kitchen, preparing a meal for you. And they partner together so well. They have so much fun. And honestly, to have it in our home is a true gift, honestly. And we would love to host you in our home. It's on the shores of Lake Minnetonka in Wayzata. And our chefs here tonight are truly, truly outstanding. John Whipley organizes it all. And Alex Roberts from Alma Restaurant. And many of their other friends join us. It's a truly magical, amazing evening. Should I give it to them? Yes. Please, John.
Well, hi everyone. I'm honored to be here for our 4th or 5th year. I can't remember how many years we've done it now, but it's a great event for us as chefs. We get together for a night and kind of let the reins loose a little bit, get away from our restaurants, hang out as friends. And we collaborate to cook 6-7 course meal for everyone. And it's just an event that it's once in a lifetime for a lot of people to have this group of chefs in one building. Alex has been there for 4 years now, and I appreciate his partnership and his friendship, and I'm sure he's got a lot better things to say than I do. So,
thanks, John. A little loud. You ever heard of a chef? That's John. Every chef I know on their day off, where do they go eat? To John's place. Animalize barbecue, Animalize burger, the best there is. And some of those other names up there are not too shabby either.
Thank you.
We love to cook.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you. Maggie, you've done an amazing job tonight.
Why,
I think
thank
she
you.
deserves another round of applause. I wish I was a public speaker. She is a public speaker.
Oh, thank you.
But the talent in the kitchen is incredible, and the venue is incredible. You have the most amazing hosts in the Park Hills, and it's an amazing kitchen, an amazing space to eat. And I can just say that the chefs that are involved, we put our heart into it. And we actually, I think at this year, 4 years in, I think this year we'd like to take it up a notch and say, we'd love to talk to you and say, give us 4 ingredients that you love, and let us transform those ingredients in those courses and make it truly special. Because we want to cook what you love to eat. And so give us a little to work with, and we'll work with you, and we'll make that dinner extra special. And I just want to say really quickly, this is an amazing night for me, because the man on that video earlier, Bob Klaus Jr., that's my cousin.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
I come from a big family, and sometimes you don't really know how close causes and things are to people. And I realize now that my Uncle Bob and my Aunt Sandy, who have been involved in this organization, and Bob Jr., who are the most incredible people in my life, have been an incredible part of this organization for decades and decades. And so I am incredibly honored here to be here tonight and to be cooking with John and to be here with all of you. And I hope I'm going to put that spirit in this meal. And I just want to say, let's raise some money tonight and do something special. We'll make it special for you. So let's do this. Microphone back to you.
So it's hard enough to get one chef to do it. It is super hard to get 7 chefs. Can we give all of the chefs a round of applause for their generosity, their time, and all that they're doing? And can we also give the Park Hills one more round of applause for hosting the dinner at their home? Thank you, Karen. Karen just told me if the bids get super high, you can all stay overnight for 3 or 4 nights. So if I'm not back next year as the auctioneer, that is the reason why. So here we go. The first person to give me $1 million, I will sell it to you right away. You can't blame us for asking. You know what we should have? We should have a lot of money on it. Somebody give me $5 grand to start and about a 15. Thank you. The bid is there. I have 5 right here. Somebody give me $7,500 down. Now $7,500. And now $7,500 down. Now $7,500 down. The bid is right here at $5,000. I'll take $7,500. Here we go. $7,500. Thank you. $7,500 there. I bid $7,500. Ma'am, give me $10,000. Now $10,000 down. Now 10 grand. They're gonna do it. We have $7,500 bid. $7,500. Now 10. Thank you. I have $10,000. Now $12,500. And now $12,500 down. Now $12,500, $12,500, and $12,500 down. She did. Thank you. $12,500, and now $15,000, and now $15,000 down. Now 15 grand. Somebody give me $15,000 down. Now 15,000. It is well worth that. 15,000. Thank you. I have 15 grand, and now 17,500. I have 15 right here. Now $17,500 down. 17,500. They did. Thank you. 17,500. And now, ma'am, give me 20,000, and now $20,000 down. Now 20,000 down, not 20,000. You guys, it's not good for the kids to inherit too much money. Give me 20,000. I have 17,500. One more time, and now 20,000. Thank you. The bid is there. I have 20,000, and now $22,500 down, not 22,500. You don't have to chair the event this year. That's the upside. 22,500. Thank you. And now 25,000, and now 25,000. I have 22,500. John, give me $25,000 down, not 25,000. Now 20. No pressure, but they're all sitting at your table. 25,000. I have 22,500, and now $25,000 down. Now 25,000. Now they did. Thank you. 25,000. I would pay a lot of money to have John's facial expression cemented right now. Give me $27,500. I have 25 right here. Now $27,500 out. $27,500. Thank you. John, give me 30 grand. And now $30,000 out. Now 30,000. Now 30,000. This is proof inflation is real. 30,000. I have 27.5. 30. Thank you. 30 grand. And now 35,000. I'll take $32,500 out. $32,500 out. $32,500. I bid 30 grand. Now 32,500. Thank you. And now 35,000. Now $35,000 out. Now 35,000. Now 35,000. You'll get a perfect job review, John, if you bid 35,000. Give me 35,000. That was not bad, Karen. 32.5, and now 35,000. Now 35,000, and now $35,000 out. Anyone else at $35,000 out? Now 35,000. We passed common sense about $20,000 ago. I have 32.5, and now 35,000. Now 35. Before I sell this dinner, can we give all four of the families a round of applause who have bid so high on this dinner? We have 32,500 right there. Anyone else at 35,000? Now 35,000. It is last call. Down it goes. $35,000 out. Now 35,000. Now 35,000. Now 35,000. Ma'am, I sold it to you for $32,500. She bought it for $32,500. Let's give them a round of applause. Number 130 for $32,500.
Congratulations. All right, prepare to be wowed with a 7-night stay at the Treehouse Mansion.
Maggie, can I just make one quick announcement? So you know what Karen just told me and John and Alex? They said, Glenn, to support Arc tonight, we've agreed that we will do a second dinner. So I just sold the second dinner for $32,500. They bought the second one. That just raised $65,000 for 2 dinners. Number 301. Thank you again, Karen. Thank you to our chefs. Maggie, incredible. Here's the next item in the live auction.
All right. Ready for the next one? All right, prepare to be wowed with a 7-night stay at the Treehouse Mansion in Kissimmee, Florida. You will stay in a 3-level villa with 10 bedrooms. The mansion sleeps 34 people in total. There is an indoor treehouse for the kids with 9 bunks, a large pool with a lazy river, and a laser maze room. And don't miss the deck with a front row seat to nearby Disney's fireworks at night. This is a once-in-a-lifetime package. Could be yours. Glenn, take it away. Glenn, are you with us?
Yes. Maggie, I will be right back. I want them to stand up before I sell this place to Florida. They chaired the event 3 years ago. As a matter of fact, one of the more moving speeches that I've heard in my career. He's a dad who has a daughter who's served by Arc, an amazing family. Can we have the Allens stand up real quickly and give them a round of applause for their support? Thank you to the Allens. Thank you, Tim, and your generosity. This place you are going to in Florida is absolutely amazing. Okay, it's an amazing opportunity. You're going to Florida, everybody. Tim has agreed, by the way, I just added this. He's going to take you around the Magic Kingdom for 4 days himself, so we just know that it's not included. I thought you'd find that that was a great joke. Here we go. It's a $20,000 opportunity. You're going to Florida. Somebody give me $5,000 to start. And thank you. I have 5 right here. Somebody give me $7,500 out. 75. Thank you. I have 7,500. Man, give me 10,000. Is that all right? 10,000. 10,000. It's 1/3 of the price of that dinner I just sold. 10 grand. Thank you. I have 10 right here. Somebody give me 12,500. And now 12,500. Thank you. 12,500. Sir, give me 15,000. Now 15,000. Now 15,000. The bid is right here. I have 12,500. And now 15,000 down. Now 15 grand. He's going to do it. 15,000. Give me 13,000. Is that all right? 13,000. I have 12,500. 13. Thank you. I have 13 grand. Ma'am, give me 14,000 down. Now 14,000. Now 14,000. That's a good job. 14 is there. I have 14,000. Sir, give me 15,000 down. Now 15,000. One more shot. 15,000. A smile is the same as a bid. Give me 15,000. The bid is right here. I have 14. Now 15,000 down. Anyone else at 15,000? It is third and final call. The The bid is right here at 14 grand. She's at 14. Thank you. I have 14,000. Somebody give me $15,000 down. Now 15 grand. It is last. She's at 14. 15. Thank you. 15. Ma'am, give me 16,000. 16,000. Now 16,000. Thank you. 16 grand. Sir, give me $17,000 down. Now 17,000. We're guaranteeing you perfect weather. Give me 17 grand. I have 16 right here. Now $17,000 down. Now 17 grand. Last call. Down it goes. 17,000. She did. Thank you. 17. Ma'am, give me 18,000. Now $18,000 down. Now 18,000. Now 18,000. One more shot. $18,000 down. Was that a bid, ma'am? 18,000. Now 18,000. Here we go. Down it goes. $18,000 down. She's going to do it. 18,000. Sir, I sold it to you for $17,000. Congratulations. He bought it for $17,000, and his number is 567. 567, Maggie. Great job. Here's the next item in the live auction.
All right. Treat your family and friends to an exquisite experience with this private dinner for 20 at Churchill Street. Executive Chef Aaron Mathaler will create and prepare a family-style dinner for you and your guests that will be sure to delight. Nestled in the heart of Shoreview, Churchill Street's menu wows with classics that often feel brand new. Thanks to the combination of sharp cooking skills and top-flight ingredients. Glenn, take it away.
All right, everybody, this is a big deal. It's a new item in the live auction tonight. It's a brand new place, Churchill Street. It's a private dinner for 20 people. This was given to us by their executive chef, Aaron Marthaler. Can we give Aaron Marthaler a round of applause for his support tonight? Thank you to Churchill Street. Here we go. It's a $10,000 opportunity. You can negotiate when you do it. You're going to Shoreview. Again, the dinner's for 20 people. Here we go. It's a $10,000 value. Somebody give me $3 grand to start on a 20-person dinner. Here we go. Somebody give me $3,000 down. Not $3 grand. Not $3,000 down. Not $3. Thank you. Good job, Alita. I have 3 right here. Now $4,000 down. Not $4 grand. Somebody give me $4,000 down. She did. Thank you. I have 4 right here. Now $5,000 down. Not $5 grand. Somebody give me $5,000. He did. Thank you. 5. And now $6,000. And now $6,000 down. Now $6 grand. The bid is right here. He's at $5 grand. Now $6,000 down. One more shot. 6,000. Thank you. The bid is there. 6 grand. And now, sir, give me $7,000 down. Now 7,000. Now 7,000. Thank you. 7,000. Now $8,000 down. Now 8,000. Somebody give me 8,000. They did. Thank you. 8,000. Now 9 grand. Somebody give me $9,000 down. No, 9 grand. One more shot. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000. You can stop at the Park Hills for an app if you want. 9 grand. I have 8 right here. Somebody give me $9,000 down. No, 9 grand. Somebody give me 9. Thank you. I have 9,000. Now 10. Thank you. 10 grand is there. I'm at 10,000. Now $11,000 down. Now 11 grand. Sir, give me 11,000. Now $11,000 down. One more shot. 11,000. The bid is right here. He's at 10 grand. The bid is right here at 10,000. She has a huge smile on her face. 10 grand is right here. I'm at 10. Somebody give me 11. 11. Thank you. Sir, give me 12,000. And now $12,000 down. One more time. 12 grand. Thank you. I have 12. And now 13,000. 13,000. I have 12 right here. Now $13,000 down. Now 13 grand. Now 13,000. Now 13 grand. We sold it for $12,000. Let's give them a round of applause. Number 378, Justin. Thank you. 378. He bought it for 12 grand. Maggie, we're doing great. Here's the next item in the live auction.
All right. Let's kick things off. Only 10 minutes from Cape Cod. Plymouth Cottage sits pondside on 6 acres of pine woods, providing a secluded and peaceful escape. Relax for 7 nights in the charm of an old-fashioned cottage with 4 bedrooms, a sleeping cabin, full kitchen, and 1.5 baths. Plus an outdoor hot water shower. Enjoy the beach, bask in the sun, swim, fish, kayak, or canoe. You'll also receive 150,000 points from U.S. Bank Altitude to support your airline tickets. Glenn?
All right, everybody, you're going to the East Coast, you're going to the Cape, everyone. It's an amazing opportunity. Matter of fact, I think the Pearsons bought this a couple times. They went on this amazing trip. It is 7 nights. You're going to the Cape. Again, the Flex Perks miles are included. Can we give the Donnelly family a round of applause? They helped founded Arc. They founded the organization with so many others. It's an amazing opportunity. It's a $10,000 value. Here we go. Somebody give me $3,000 to start. You're going to the cave. Thank you. I have 3 right here. Somebody give me $4,000 now. Now, ma'am, give me 4. Thank you. 4 is there. Now 5. Somebody give me 5. Thank you. I have 5 right here. Now $6,000 now. Now 6,000. Thank you. 7,000, ma'am. Give me $7,000. I have 6 right here. Now $7,000 now. Now 7,000. And now $7,000 now. Now $7,000. Somebody give me 7,000. They're going to do it. Good job. $7,000 is there. And now 8,000. They did. Thank you. 8,000. And now 9. Thank you. $9,000 is there. Now $10,000 now. Now $10,000. They did. Thank you. $10,000. Now 11,000. Now 11,000. Now 11,000. Sir, give me $11,000. Now 11,000. He's going to do it. $11,000 now. One more shot. 11,000. 11, thank you, good job, Valita, $11,000, and now $12,000 now, you guys give me $12,000, now $12,000, thank you, $12,000 is there, $12,000, now $13,000, the bid is right here, I bid $12,000 and now $13,000 now $13,000, it is third and final call, the bid is $12,000, and now $13,000 now $13,000, anyone else at $13,000, $13,000, $13,000, we sold it for $12,000 to one of my all-time favorite families, number 330 for $12,000, number 330. Here's our final item in the live auction.
Yes. Chef Eric Sather of Lowry Hill Meats will cook up the perfect summer farm-to-table feast for 18 at Shamrock Farm near River Falls, Wisconsin. Your dinner will be held in a beautifully restored barn, dressed with fresh flowers, china, and crystal, located about 45 minutes from the Twin Cities. Enjoy a few rounds of bocce ball and sip wine while our chefs prepare and serve amazing delights for you and your guests. It's your turn, Glenn.
All right, everybody. Matter of fact, I've had the chance to be a part of this dinner myself 2 years ago. Sean Monahan, of course, who served on our board. He works at Medtronic. He's been so helpful. It is his farm. He's put together this dinner. He's done it multiple times for us. Sean is watching online, but he's not in the room. Can we give Sean a round of applause for all that he has done for us? Sean, thank you, thank you, thank you. A huge thank you to Eric Sather, the chef that is doing the dinner. This place is just stunning. The farm is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful place. You're gonna have dinner in the barn. It's for 18 people. Sometime this summer, you can negotiate when you do it. It's an amazing opportunity, a $15,000 value. Here we go. Somebody give me $3,000 to start on a dinner for 18 people. I have 3 right here. Somebody give me $4,000 now. Now $4,000, now $5,000. Now man, give me $5,000. And now $5,000. She did. Thank you. 5 is there. I have 5, $6,000. Now $7,000 now. $7,000. Thank you. Now $8,000. And somebody give me $8,000 now. The bid is there. 7. Sir, give me $8,000. And now $8,000 now. No $8,000. He did $8,000. And now $9,000 now. No $9,000. She did. Thank you. $9,000. And now $10,000 now. Now $10,000. Thank you. $10,000. Good job. I bid 10. Ma'am, give me $11,000. Now $11,000. Now $11,000. And now $11,000. Thank you. 11. I have to sell you an item. You've bid on 4 items tonight. Give me $12,000. And now $12,000 now. Now $12,000. Thank you. I have $12,000. Ma'am, give me $13,000. $13,000. Thank you. 13. And now $14,000 out. Don't get mad. Get even. Give me $14,000. I have 13 right here. Now $14,000 out. Now $14,000. David, one more shot. 14. Good job. 14,000 on Morris side. 14,000. Ma'am, give me $15,000 now. Now $15,000. And now 15. Thank you. I have 15,000 right here. 15,000. And now $16,000 now. Now 16,000. Now 16,000. One more shot. $16,000 now. Now 16,000. Anyone else at 16,000? The bid is right here. We have 15,000. 16. Thank you. I have John at 16,000. Ma'am, give me 17,000. One more time. 17,000. She's going to do it. 17,000. Here we go. 17,000. I have 16 right here. Now $17,000 now. Now 17,000. Now 17,000. It is last call. Third and final call. 16,000. Now 17,000. We sold it for $16,000. Can we give the Litticoats a round of applause? They bought it for $16,000. Number 369. Great job. Can we give Maggie one more round of applause for emceeing our live auction? Didn't she do a great job? Maggie, incredible. It is my pleasure to now introduce our Fund to Need video. And let me just say to everybody, and many of you know this, you've been in the room year after year. We've had tremendous growth at this event. we've had tremendous growth with our funding, and we made enormous progress. Tonight, we have the opportunity to honor the 75-year legacy of grassroots advocacy and to support a new legacy of advocacy and programming that is led by the disability community. The ARC of Minnesota is committed to partnering and building power. We are committed to training and supporting. We are committed to representation. And most importantly, we are committed to investing into underserved and marginalized communities. Now, I'd like all of us to join together and hear from some of our friends and leaders exactly what tonight is about. Let's roll the video.
I love show business. I love being a microphone. I love microphones. I feel like when I get on a mic, I can do anything, you know. I had a very powerful, gifted voice that was really good on the mic. And a lot of people saying, oh, wow, you're really good at that hosting stuff. Like, you could probably be on the radio. And then I came across KFAI. They were doing this, you know, create your own radio show.
Tune in on KFAI, The Wave Project.
And I went there and I applied. So they called me back and said, hey, I like this. And they're called the Do Bad Show. It was to educate people about people with disabilities, mental health. I just wanted to show people that when they think of somebody like me, they probably think like, oh, maybe he's not right to have a job. Or maybe his behavior is gonna get away.
Like Lord Beckridge, y'all, at Disability Landscape.
What good leadership looks like is somebody that's people are willing to listen to your point of view, people willing to understand you, and really try to help you reach your potential and be the best you can be.
I think good leadership is inclusive. I think good leadership honors our history and where we have been. I think good leadership means taking a back seat and letting other people who have lived experience take the front seat. One of the areas that I'm most passionate about in my role at the ARC is public policy and legislative advocacy. And I had the great privilege of working with Mary and Jean Hoff on guardianship reform.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Mr. Chair and members, my name is Jean Hoff. Personal Senate Planning has helped me with my goals and life plans. I am making my own decision to go to college, have a career, and live independently.
Jean was there at the table telling legislators about her lived experience and why less restrictive alternatives that supported her decision-making, that honored her choices, were so important.
Thank you for this opportunity, as I think everyone deserves a chance to set up for decision-making for their own life.
And it really was in collaboration with Jean and because of her leadership, because of her advocacy, that we were successful with that and led to huge change for so many people with disabilities in Minnesota.
A good leader makes me feel important. A good leader listens to other people. A good leader accepts people who are different. A good leader helps other people use their strengths.
I serve on the Governor's Council of Development Disability, and I'm also on the Bond of Mental Health and Development Disability, and I could bring my perspective. A lot of people that do have a developmental disability and a mental health disability really struggle a lot, and there should be a lot more advocates.
We really want to build an ARC for all, where all people who have disabilities and their family members, their trusted supporters, feel like they are seen and respected and honored by the ARC, that they are included in everything we do. That kind of diverse collaboration feels so important for our organization.
I like to lead with other people like a team. I am flexible and kind.
I learned that I can really speak up for others. I can relate to other people, communication skills, my powerful voice, and the way I carry myself. That's what makes me a leader.
All right.
So,
thank you for your generous bidding. Let's have one more round of applause for our live auction donors and our enthusiastic bidders. Now I'd like to turn it back over to Glenn for the fund in need.
And Maggie, I'd like you to come stand beside me a quick second out here.
What?
I'd like you to come stand beside me a quick second, right
Okay.
out here. You know, tonight, as we celebrate 75 years, the real question is, where are we 75 years from now? That's the real question. And there is no greater example of the direction that we're going and how we are changing perceptions and the conversation in our state than what you've seen tonight, than the example that Maggie has shown. That it's a person that not only has a seat at the table, but they're leading the conversation at the table. That's what we're going to do. And your support tonight in the next few minutes will allow us to continue to rebuild grassroots support across Minnesota that is so critical to the strength of the ARC. Secondly, your support tonight will allow us to rebuild support networks, so families all across our state, and especially in rural communities, that is personal to me, that they don't have access to immediate services that are close, that they too will be served. Tonight's funding is important. It is important what we do together. We are going to work together as a community. To our online friends, you can make a gift right now with all of this. Let's work together right now and make a difference. Is there anyone tonight willing to start and pledging $20,000 in our efforts? Yes, here's our first one at $20,000. Maggie, can you go give Tim a quick handshake? Number 111 at $20,000. There's one at $20,000. Here's a second one at $20,000. Number 369 at $20,000. That is two at $20,000. We've raised $40,000 so far. That is two at $20,000. Anyone else at the $20,000 level? Anyone else at the $20,000 level? We've raised $40,000 so far. Anyone else at the $20,000 level? We are going to the second level. How about $10,000? How many families tonight would consider pledging $10,000? Anyone? Yes, number 115 at $10,000. Let's give him a round of applause. Number 115, Riley, thank you. Number 115 at $10,000. Here's a second one. Number 436, you guys, thank you. Number 436 at $10,000. Here's a third one. Number 109 at $10,000. Number 109 at $10,000. Anyone else at the $10,000 level? At the $10,000 level. Anyone else at $10,000? Before we move on, can we give the 5 families that just pledged $20,000 or $10,000 one more round of applause for their support? Thank you to all 5 of those families. We're doing great. Anyone else at the $10,000 level? At $10,000. How about $5,000? How many people tonight would consider pledging $5,000? Yes, number 217 at $5,000. Number 346 at $5,000. Karen, thank you. Number 433 at $5,000. Number 301 at $5,000. Maurice, thank you. Number 148 at $5,000. 267 at $5,000. Number 330 at $5,000. Number 110 at $5,000. Number 465 at $10,000. Andrea, thank you. Can we give our CEO, Andrea, a round of applause for her leadership? Number 551 at $5,000. Number 551 at $5,000. 551 at $5,000. Anyone else at the $5,000 level? At $5,000. Anyone else at $5,000? 2 shout outs that I want to give to families that are at home tonight. They have both given $5,000. Number 503 at $5,000. Let's give them a round of applause. Number 503 at $5,000. 2 families that are watching tonight that just gave $5,000. Denise McGee, she is so supportive of the disability community. Can we give Denise a round of applause? She gave $5,000 online tonight. Sean Monahan also gave $5,000. Sean, I know you're watching. Thank you, Sean, for your $5,000. Anyone else at the $5,000 level? At $5,000. We're going to the next level. How about $2,500? How many people tonight? Yes, number 497 at $2,500. 497 at $2,500. Anyone else at the $2,500 level? At the 20, yes, number 175 at $2,500. Number 138 at $2,500. Number 539 at $2,500. Number 539 at $2,500. Anyone else at the $2,500 level? At the $2,500 level. How about $1,000? How many families tonight would consider pledging $1,000? Yes, number 300 at $1,000. 309, 277 at 1,000, 519 at 1,000, 235 at 1,000, 361 at 1,000, 252 at 1,000, 263 at 1,000, 124 at 1,000, number 280 at 1,000, 280 at 1,000. Anyone else? Yes, number 460 at $1,000, 460 at $1,000, 460 at 1,000. Anyone else at the $1,000 level? At the $1,000 level, can we give our $1,000 contributors a round of applause? Thank you to our $1,000 contributors. Amelie Wall, I want you to come join me. So, Amelie has spoken at this event. Her family has been involved for many, many years. And Amelie, we're going to do this because I think your mom is out of town tonight, okay? So, have you talked to your mom about what we're about to do?
My dad has.
So your dad has talked to your mom, and I'm assuming your mom is okay with what we're about to do.
Yes.
So, Amelie, do you think it would be a good idea for your family to match every other gift in the room up to $15,000? Do you think that would be a good idea?
Yes.
And do you think your mother will be surprised when she hears that we've done this?
Yes.
So the Wall family, Mike and Suzanne, as well as Optum, are partnering in this moment, and they have agreed that they will match every donation dollar for dollar in the room for everyone online and in the room tonight. Can we give the Wall family and Amelie a round of applause? They're going to match every other gift dollar for dollar. Mike Wall, thank you. Here we go. How many people would contribute $500 and it'll be matched dollar for dollar? At the $500, yes, $357 at $500, $112 at $500. Stan, thank you. $303 at $500, $290 at $500, $337 at $500, $260 at $500, $155 at $500, $367 at $500, $453 at $500, $378 at $500, $514 at $500, $236 at $500, $254 at $500, $257, $415 at $500, $497 at $500, $377 at $500, $299 at $500, $299 at $500, $299 at $500. Anyone else at the $500 level? By the way, my wife and I would also like to pledge $500. So there's another $500. Number 103 at $500. Number 103 at $500. Anyone else? Can we give a round of applause for all of our $500 contributors for all of their support tonight? Amelie, we're doing great. We're going to the next level. And they're going to match every gift all the way up to $15,000. How about $250? How many people tonight would be willing to pledge? Yes, number 385 at $250, 273 at $250, 199 at $250, 312 at $250, 383 at $250, 417 at $250, 387, ma'am, thank you, 416 at $250, 166, Amelie, it is working, 166 at $250, 285 at $250, 404 at $250, 128 at $250. Good job, Maggie. 388 at $250, 388 at $250. Anyone else at the $250 level? 250, yes, 349 at 250. John, thank you. 431 at 250. Karen, thank you. The 431 at 250. Can we put our hands together for all of our contributors at the $250 level? Thank you to all of those contributors. Yes, and can you bring me a tablet? Matter of fact, we're going to do this right now. As we go to our final level at the $100 level, and I ask for your support. After I've called out your bidding number, you can take a moment to enter your pledge in the tablet device. So if everyone can grab your tablet, send it around the table. You can enter your pledge. We'll have a grand total of how much we've raised. So how many people tonight would be willing to pledge $100? Anyone at the $100 level? Yes, 118 at $100, 532, 550 at 100, 169 at 100, 188, 548, 490, 295, 214, 324, 447, 141 at 100, 187, 184, 128 at 100, 208 at 100. I have Andrea's son at $100, 467, 290 at 100, 551, number 150 at 100, 226, thank you. Jenny, thank you, 218 at $100. Mark, thank you, 219 at 100, 310 at $100, 317, David, thank you, number 196 at $100, number 500 at 100, 448 at 100, Susie, thank you, number 471 at 100, 478 at 100. The man who's bid on every live auction item tonight just pledged 100. Number 286, I'm taking you to my auction next week. 286 at 100, 328 at 100, 522 at 100, 522, 264 at $100. Felita, that's not that bad of a joke. Number, good, yeah, 205 at 100, 391 at $100, 205 at $100, 391. Anyone else at the $100 level? Let's put our hands together for every single person coming tonight. Thank you for your help and your generosity, all of your support. Number 128 at 100. Thank you to Amelie and the Wall family for your donations. Again, if everyone could take a moment to fill or to type in your pledge into the tablet device, we're going to put it up on the screen and show a grand total. Minnesota is a better place because of the Arc. Thank you for having me involved for so many years. Blessings to all of you. We've had a great night.
Put the mics back on. I have to speak again. You good? Okay, I have to speak again. All right, let's get things started now. Wow, what a generosity. Thank you, Glenn. Everyone, please join me in thanking Glenn Flatterbow for helping us generate this incredible support to promote and protect the rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Tim Allen, my good friend, Arc Minnesota board member and former Arc Gala chair, to welcome you to this great event on behalf of our presenting sponsor, Dominium.
All right. Pretty exciting, huh? Well done, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Maggie, and thanks to all of you for joining us here tonight. And as you may have heard or mentioned, I have a daughter, Maggie, who's also a self-advocate and the reason that I'm here tonight. And I couldn't be prouder that she has a role model like you to aspire to. So as many of you know, I was the chair of the 2019 Gala, the last great ice storm, which I think we get to relive tonight, so thank you for being here. I'm proud of the work that the Arc does, and I'm even more proud of the work that my company, Dominium, does to support all of this. Every year, I'm in awe of this event, and many people in the room across the state who support the organization, and the many companies who do so via sponsorship. At Dominium, our motto is, what we do hits home. And this sponsorship is a great example of that. So again, thank you everybody for being here. For those of you that don't know, Dominium is a national developer of affordable housing. We work in roughly half the states across the United States, developing, owning, and operating nearly 37,000 apartment homes for working families and seniors. We know how important a home is and the role that it plays in allowing each of us, no matter what the income is, to seize opportunities. That's why Dominium focuses its giving on supporting organizations like the Arc that create critical access to opportunities. The Arc Minnesota provides opportunity for so many people in our communities with intellectual and developmental disabilities, like my daughter Maggie. This truly does hit home for us. I would also thank the other companies that have stepped up to sponsor the 22 Arc Gala. We want to give special thanks to our platinum sponsor, United Healthcare. Thank you, United Healthcare. United in a mission to help people live healthier lives and make the health system work better for everyone. Thank you to our diamond sponsor, Winthrop & Weinstein. Winthrop & Weinstein attorneys and staff are dedicated to giving back to the community in which we live and work. And we'd like to thank our gold sponsors, Deloitte, Eagle Building Company, and Weiss Builders. On behalf of the Arc Minnesota, thank you to all of the gala sponsors. You can find a full list of these amazing companies and individuals in your program booklet, and for our virtual guests on the screen below. So it must be down below on the screen. Please support these businesses and let them know how much we appreciate their commitment to supporting people who have intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families. With that, I'd like to welcome back to the podium Amy, Brad, and Nathan.
These are the magic numbers. What a night. Thank you so much, Tim. I miss serving on the board with Tim. Thank you, Glenn Flatabow, the best auctioneer ever. Your continued support of the Arc Minnesota and people who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We really couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. Really, to the staff and the committee members and everybody who makes this event run smoothly, thank you for your time, effort, and everything you've put into tonight. To our sponsors, the board of directors, the volunteers, really everybody, just thank you so much. And how about a round of applause for Maggie? Like the best MC ever. Woo! I think Maggie has certainly found a new profession. What a pro, really. Like truly, Maggie, a pro for your first experience as an MC. But I want to tell you the night's not over. We're almost ready to announce the results of our work together tonight. Before we get to that, I have a few just additional announcements, like the technical things I have to share. For those of you who are here at the depot, dessert and coffee, I know a number of you have already gotten it, but it's available in front of the ballroom on either side of the stage. So make sure you get yourself some dessert and coffee. The Blue Water Band will be playing very soon. That's going to be really great. And for those of you who are at home, we hope you keep the party going too with the 2022 Arc Gala playlist. Many of you are loyal supporters of the Arc Valley Village thrift store. We definitely are as a family. And we donate clothing and house goods, and Brad just very recently, he's like a comic book connoisseur. So he recently purchased a comic book that he's certain to triple the cost of what he paid for it from the Arc Valley Village. Anyway, the Arc Valley Village has always been a very critical source of funding for the Arc Minnesota. So please make sure that you donate and that you shop. They have a great eBay store. Before the night's over, don't miss a chance to shop at their pop-up that is out in the hall. For those of you who are at home, check out the items that are available on their eBay store. We routinely, it's like in my saved search on eBay as the Arc Valley Village. So purchase items that go towards funding of the Arc Minnesota's mission. And now, these are like the magic numbers right here. Thanks for your gift for the Fund a Need. It totaled over $170,000 tonight. Woo. Your generosity, that's just truly amazing. And please give yourself just another round of applause because it's worthy. But here's the real deal. When we add it all together, including the live auction, the silent auction, the Fund a Need, the sponsorships, the tickets, all of it together, we raised a grand total of, wait until you hear this, $101 for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families throughout Minnesota. On behalf of the Gala Committee, and most importantly, on behalf of the thousands and thousands of people the Arc Minnesota touches with their support, thank you so very much for your support. I've heard the weather's a little iffy out there, so if you live far away, safe travels. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the band, enjoy the dessert, enjoy the coffee, and thank you so much for being here.